just like when we're doing arithmetic, if I have a bunch of logical symbols all together, I need to know what order I should tackle them in. I need to kind of know which one's the strongest, which one happens first. So let's talk about the order of operations. For logical connectives. Just as a quick aside, the order of operations in arithmetic is pretty standard. Almost everyone does parentheses first, and then exponents and roots, and then multiplication. And I mean, we all do those things in basically the same way. However, excuse me, in logic, it's less standardized, and it really depends on who you're reading. So if you're going to go out and look at different logical books or sources, maybe worth finding out what is their order of operations, or do they just use parentheses, or what are they up to? Okay, back for us. Just like in arithmetic, parentheses rule. Okay, grouping symbols always come first. They always tell me if I'm not sure what to do first. Okay. However, after that, I have my only unary operation, negation. That was a bad tilde. Okay, negation is strong. And by strong, I mean it happens early if I'm looking at a bunch of different symbols. Right, so parentheses and then negation. Next, I have conjunction, which is this, and disjunction, which is this. However, I do not just do them left to right, okay? If I have both conjunction and disjunction in a statement, you have to tell me using parentheses which one I should do first. I'm not going to make it like multiplication and division where I'll just do them left to right. You have to tell me. Okay, next up, after the conjunction and disjunction, is the conditional. This guy. And then finally, the bottom of the order of operations is the biconditional, the if and only if. So here's my order of operations. Parentheses, negation, conjunction and disjunction, have to have parentheses somewhere if I have both, the conditional and the biconditional. Okay, so let me look at a couple examples and kind of go through how this works. So hopefully you have those down. Here's a statement. This is if P then not Q or R. Well, when I look at that, I know that this is what I'm going to do first. All right, I'm going to find the negation of Q because it's negation, it's strong. I'm not going to put parentheses around there. So let's look at our other operations we have here. I have this arrow, I have that V. This is a conditional. This is a disjunction. And if I look back at my order of operations, I see that disjunction is higher up on that list than the conditional. So there are implied parentheses here. Okay, I would first find that negation, of course, but then I'm going to do the disjunction, and finally I'm going to do the conditional. So when I write this statement, I mean this statement. Okay? The order of operations tells me do the negation first, then do that disjunction, and then finish with the conditional. Okay, let's look at one more. Well, a couple more. This time I have not Q and R if and only if P, if and only if P, then not Q. So I know, again, this negation is first, this negation is first compared to anything around it. So the question is, what about these other symbols? Well, this is a conjunction. That's and. This is a biconditional. That's if and only if. And this is a conditional. So going across here, the thing the highest up on the order of operations after the negations is this conjunction. So I'll do that conjunction right after I find the negation of Q. I'll do not Q and R. Okay, then I need to remember which one is higher, the conditional or the biconditional. Looking at my list, I see that the conditional is higher. So I will do this before I do the biconditional, and now I have my parentheses there. All right, so I will do the not Q and R, then I will figure out what the if P then not Q is, and finally the last thing I'll do is the if and only if. Okay, one more quick example. Here I have P or Q and R. And like I said, when I look at when I was talking about the order of operations, when I look at the order of operations, disjunction, which is or, and conjunction, which is and, both have the same power. However, I don't know which one I should do first. In fact, the way that I've decided to do this these are meaningless. I don't have enough information. You have to give me parentheses around either the P or Q or the Q and R in order for me to do this. Okay, I can't do this. I don't know if I'm supposed to do the disjunction or the conjunction first, so I can't figure out the values of this. I can't work with this. This is different than if I had P and Q and R. Those, in fact, I can just do from left to right. Similarly, if I have P or Q or R, these I can just do from left to right. But when I have the mix of the symbols, that's bad. I have to have parentheses to let me know what to do first in order for it to be a good symbolization of a statement.